It's King Colin Walker. You know how we do, baby. I'm back with a fan. I'm back with another fantasy video. Yo, my guys, I'm inside 4K right now. Shit, Charlie. Yo, brother. Yo, alhamdulillah. God bless my friends. God bless my friends. I love my lads. I love my lads. They sugar my bread, they butter my tea, you not so on, nah, Jesus they do. Bruv, so my birthday was a couple days ago, and they got me, I got the best birthday gifts, bruv. The best birthday gifts. Sorry, my cap is dusty, yeah, it's because this is a cap I used to use at work, but yo, I got the best birthday gifts, and I'm so excited this new year. I've never gone into this a new year like so excited. I've never gone into a new year this exciting, but yeah, I'm still figuring out the setup. So if you I'm finally using my LED light again because this webcam is powerful, my guys. It's powerful beyond all measures. Like I don't have my mic, but I'm gonna get the USB multiple USB port adapter thing, right? So I can use my mic, right? But the mic on this webcam alone is disgusting. Like you guys could hear like everything I do, you know what I'm trying to say? Like it's disgusting. But yo, this is what I'm trying to say. Like when I tell people about the friends you have is key, my guys. Like the thing is like family is one institution, friends is another, man. And it's like you can have a good family, like the best family, and have bad friends, and that's how you miss out everything in life. But you can have good friends and bad family, and in life you will excel. You know what I'm trying to say? But when you have good friends and a good family, then like you just have to thank God every day, and I'm thanking God every day. Like I'm just like at a place right now where it's like, yo, little things that used to bother me, all those little jiggy jagger, they don't bother me no more. Like I feel like I've matured spiritually, and it's like I'm just blessed. I have lovely group of friends. I have best family, and I'm just blessed. Like I'm blessed, and it's like when you have friends invested in you, your family investing in you, believing in your vision, your madman visions. There's nothing more powerful, my guys. When you have the man them backing you, there's nothing more powerful. You are basically the most powerful person like you can be. All you have to do is keep working hard and keep listening to God. Because when your man them are backing you, they're supporting you. They're giving you powerful advice, not the useless powerful advice. They're investing in you. You can call them and they're actually reliable, then what else are you asking for? You get me? Like you need to be thanking God on your knees, thanking God and praying every day because that is rare. Like there's people in this world that are crying for friends, crying for a good family, and like I feel like I have that, and it's like that's why for me it's like when it comes like to my friends, I'll back them all day, every day. I back my lads all the time, and when it comes for me, appreciating them, showing them that love, doing anything for them. Not trying to say I'll always show up. You know what I'm trying to say because I know the place they hold in my life, and I hope they know the place I put them in my life. You know what I'm trying to say because I'm blessed. I have the best brothers, best parents, and I have the best of friends. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's like I don't care what anyone else says about my lads. I know who they are, and they're magnificent guys. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's just like I'm just so thankful. Like end of last year, I was like, next year the setup is gonna be mad. The chair I'm sitting on, David got me this chair for Secret Santa. Like this whole setup is sponsored, my guys. This whole setup is sponsored. The chair I'm sitting on, David got this for me for Secret Santa, my guys. You know what I mean? I'm telling you guys, like I'm blessed. I'm truly and honestly, I'm blessed. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's like, yeah, 2022. I said the setup is changing, and this is what our second video in 2022. The setup has already drastically changed. And if you're watching this video and you saw the thumbnail, bruv, my brother's hands are blessed. You know, in life, yeah, when you be praying, God bless the works of my hands. God bless the works of my hands. My brother's hands are blessed. Like he's talented beyond measures, my guys. Like that guy is talented. Like it's magnificent. It's absolutely magnificent, and it's just like, bruv, like I look at his artwork, I look at it, and I'm in genuine awe. 'Cause I'm just like, when you're like, only God, the only God can make this possible. Only God can give someone this sort of talent. You know what I mean? That's how I see it. It's like this is only God. You know what I mean? It's like God gave each and everyone something, right? And it's whether or not we take it, use it, and develop it. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like the parable of the men with the talent. So when the master gives you the coin, what are you doing with it? And it's just like, bro, my brother, he's just so talented, and it's like it's madness. Like he made the banner, and it's absolutely crazy. But yo, we're gonna get into this video and analyze this thing. Yeah, we're gonna analyze the thing, bruv. But yo, 2022, I just thank God. But look at my she. Yeah, she. Yo, I don't lotion no more, my guys. I don't lotion no more, cause the lotions have too much chemicals in them. Lotions have too much chemicals in them. So what I do is, yeah, I get out of the shower, I use my soap, I get out of the shower, and then I try to sweat a little bit to bring out the oils on my face. Cause lotions like lotions, bro, too much chemicals, bro. Too much chemicals. And I use the African sponge, so I'm like literally peeling off my skin when I'm showering. So I'm actually doing like those stupid loafers that people be using on their back and thing. I'm like, bruv, this is why you man are having all of these things, because you're not actually scrubbing your body properly. But yo, there was a massive trade, yeah, a massive trade, a completely massive trade, and Jared Allen for DeMar DeRozan, right? And the only way I can analyze this video, where is it? Yeah, this is the only way I can analyze this video. Is like this, right? So Jared Allen, right? Jared Allen gives you rebounds, right? He gives you some blocks. He's not really a in the NBA. He's not really like a top block guy. But if he's having a good game, he'll get you one or two. But double doubles increase, and Daniel still points will go down. So for Daniel, right, points will go down, right? The points per game will go down, right? So his total points will go down. His double doubles will rise significantly. I think he's gonna don this double double category. His blocks will go up by. His blocks is gonna. It's basically gonna be the same. It's gonna be around the same range. His blocks, yeah. His steals. It's gonna be like the same. DeRozan and Jared Allen do the same thing. His assist numbers will go down because DeMar DeRozan is like a 5-and-5 guy. He gets you the assists, so his assists will go down. You know what I mean? But his rebounding will go up significantly, and then his 3-pointers will go down because DeMar DeRozan is not a 3-point scorer, but yet he's starting to hit like one or two here and there. His free throws will go down, and his field goal percentage may go down, may not. With Glory, yeah, this should go up and this should go up, right? His 3-pointers will go up. His rebounding will go down. His assist numbers will rise. His steal numbers will stay the same or may not. His blocks may probably gonna go down. Double doubles will go down, right? And his points will rise significantly. So when you look at the trade in that aspect, right? With the statistical aspects, it's like you can see where each of them win, right? You can see where each of them win. And with Glory, it's like I feel like he's drifting. The Jared Allen trade is like he's drifting away from this, right? And he's putting his focus more on these things right here. You know what I mean? On these things. And for me, yeah, with the sort of team he has, I don't think that's bad. I don't think that's bad because it's like he's competitive in the like seven double doubles, right? Like let's look at this chart. So the seven double doubles, he loses to three people, right? He beats three people, but he ties four people. So that means he's sitting on the medium. Like he's basically sitting on level playing ground, right? So it's like, cause he's sitting on level playing ground, it's like, okay, what can I do to my team? It's either I remain on level playing ground or I take away this category and invest somewhere else. And I feel like with this trade, Glory's saying like he wants to invest into something else, if that makes sense. And I feel like his investment is gonna pay off. I feel like it's gonna pay off because I feel like the 3 point this 3 point made category is basically, if not the most important category, the most important category. And I feel like DeMar DeRozan gets you one or two 3 pointers in a week. He probably gets about 5 3 pointers in a week. And for if Glory's gonna be hitting that 60 number in the 3 pointers made per week, I feel like that's good. But then again, it's like his team wasn't it was working, but it wasn't working. So I like the trade because now he has someone that's gonna play every game. DeMar DeRozan's gonna play every game. Jarrett Allen has missed a handful of games, right? So it's like for me, I just need to see what Glory's gonna do next. I understand where this trade has taken Daniel's team. It's more so where is it gonna take Glory's team next, right? Because if we go to Glory's team now, right? If we go to his team now, it's looking like this. Bro, Pascal Siakam, I feel like is his second best player. This guy is a monster, right? This guy is an absolute monster. Like, look at these numbers. That he's a monster, right? He pretty much gets a double double. He's a center slash power forward now. He much gets a double double like every game or every other game, right? Which is superb. Defensively, he's a beast. Five steals, two, three, two, two. Like that's beast numbers. Blocks, he does it. You know what I mean? So with and then Alex Caruso is a defensive beast too when he plays, right? But I feel like he needs to go in the IR spot and he needs to be dropped. So with Glory is like I understand what he's doing. It's like he's got the kind of like he got the defensive guys. Like he's got real defensive guys. Because Jared Allen, the reason why I don't really like Jared Allen that much is because he's one of those fake centers. He's like Richard Holmes. It's like he will get you the double double, but he's not a like because he's a center that doesn't hit threes. He doesn't do high block numbers. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's like if you're a center that you don't score threes but you don't get me good blocks, it's like for me, you're not a good investment. And that's why like I was okay trading Richard Holmes because one, he doesn't play, and two, he just doesn't do anything for me defensively. Which is why I feel like the trade for Glory was actually a good trade, if that makes sense. Because now you're picking up a guy, DeMar DeRozan, who's a 15 and 15 guy, right? And he potentially can get you around 5 plus 3 pointers a game. You know what I mean? So I feel like to make the trade make more sense, it's like I feel like something else needs to come in as well because Demar and Jalen Brown are really similar, so it's like you're compounding. With LeBron, it's compounding, right? But he's lost the center, right? And Daniel Gafford, he's a blocked center, which means that this guy's just gonna get you a whole bunch of blocks in a week, and then he's not really a double double guy, right? So most of Glory's double doubles were coming from Pascal Siakam and Jarrett Allen, right? And then John Collins will get you like what, one a week, or is it two a week? Yeah, he'll get you like one or two a week. And here's another guy that could potentially get traded, right? Because he doesn't really add defensive numbers consistently. So I understand the trade because it's like with Glory, it's like Pas- pa- um Pascal, yeah, Pascal and Jared Allen's were the ones getting me my double doubles. Let me offload the one guy that gets me the double doubles but doesn't do me any defensive numbers. And I think Glory's team improves after this. I think he improves after this because he's gonna be receiving less zeros in certain categories in a week, right? So we take a look at Daniel's team after the trade, right? I feel like Daniel's doing some magic, some good work. He's doing some good work. I can't lie, like he's doing some real good work, and it's like this pickup was amazing. Lillard's out, McCollum's back now. This pickup was absolutely amazing. Like, yo, this laptop, brother. This laptop. This laptop. Please. Thank you. Alright, so Daniel's team is there. the Kelly Olynyk, this is potential. He's picked up Kelly Olynyk for when he comes back. When Drew Holiday comes back, that's gonna be interesting, right? It's gonna be interesting. We'll miss 6 games due to ankle soreness. It's gonna be interesting because Drew Holiday he's a defensive point guard, which means he gets the blocks and the steals category, right? So and then Malcolm Brogdon is a 5-5-5 guy, 50, and he's also 90-40-50 guy, right? So Daniel's team is looking tantalizing, bro. His team management is one of the best. It's one of the best out there. It's one of the best out there, and I feel like with that trade he just made, he got a puzzle piece that he drastically needed. Because now he doesn't need to have Brandon Clark, if that makes sense. He doesn't need to have Brandon Clark. You know what I mean? He can pick up another small forward that gets him 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and a couple steals and that. You know what I mean? But this team is looking really good. I feel like this Daniels team now, in my opinion, is the fourth best team after that trade. I feel like it's the fourth best team. You know what I mean? I feel like after that trade is the fourth best team because even Chris Middleton. The thing about I'm surprised. The thing is like he kept Chris Middleton. I think he kept Chris Middleton because he gets him more steals and blocks and the 3 pointers, right? Chris Middleton's been balling out. He's actually been balling out. He's been balling out. And how did he get Chris Middleton? See, Rico drafted both Pascal and Chris Middleton. This is crazy, man. Imagine if Rico kept those players, bro. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy because now Middleton is actually playing really good, and I used to have him. He's playing really really good now, and Daniel's team is looking really really good, my guys. And I feel like he's the fourth best team. He's the fourth in the West, but I feel like he has the fourth best team, to be honest, right? Because I feel like he's been top three for the past 3 weeks, right? And he's had hard matchups. He's had Chris. I think he played Matthew, right? And then now I think he's playing Charlie, and he's kept this top three position, and his reboundings keep going up. I still feel these numbers are low. I still think these numbers are low, but this is a good number here, and I feel like this category here is the most important, right? Because if we look at the people that scored the most points in the week, right? So let's do this. People that scored the most points in the week, right? So Daniel had 679. He was at 66, right? So 668. He was at 573. 77, 726. Then 69, 705, right? So 2 out of the 3 people had the most points when they had the highest 3 pointers, top three and 3 pointers, right? 2 out of 3. That's and I feel like the 3 pointer category correlates to the points, like meaning that if you win this category, right, in your matchup, you're most likely gonna win the points category, if that makes sense. And I'm pretty and I fit and I if so and the thing is like Daniel got this points, right? My thing is like I'm still testing to see if the assist numbers correlate with points, if that makes sense. Like what's the correlation? Is it positive or negative? Right? Because I had 130 assist, right? But I had 492 points, right? And then this guy had 38. No, okay. I was like, dang, 215 assists, and he had 705 points, right? And what's the other? Then David had, no, who is it? He had 198, and then bang. So in our study right now, points, 3 pointers, and assists have a positive relationship, positive correlation. You know what I mean? And I just want to take a moment to highlight Larry's team, right? Because he's made top three. I think this is his second week in a row, right? And these rebounding numbers are good, but he's not beating Daniel, right? And then this is good here. right? So what I want to do is I want to compare these guys to everyone else and see if they would have won. So Larry would have beat everyone but Matthew inside field goal percentage. He would have lost to one, two, three, four people inside the 3 pointer percent in the field free throw. In the 3 pointer percent for 3 pointers, he's beaten everyone but Charlie, right? So then in rebounding, he's beaten everyone but Daniel and David, right? In assist, he's beaten everyone. In steals, he beats everyone but Chris. In blocks, he's bottom three. Then in double doubles, he's tying with three people and losing to three people and beating three people. Then triple doubles, he's um he's beaten everyone but two people. And then points, he's beaten everyone but one person. Right? So if we look at Larry's team for the week, his team basically beats everyone else's team. So it's like, and the thing is, what has Larry done for his team? He hasn't really done much. He hasn't really done much, right? He hasn't done much, and I feel like based off those numbers, it's like his team is inside really good form. Next video, what I'm gonna do next video is I'm gonna bring back some of the weekly stats from other videos from other weeks and compare them, because these stats are not good. And it's like, I'm not saying it because I don't want my lad to have a good team or I'm hating against him, or no, I'm saying it because when before COVID hit, yeah, my mans were getting 93 pointers, 300 plus rebounds, in the 200 in assist, um 50s inside steals, 50s 40s inside blocks, like 15 16 double doubles, 2 3, like every all the numbers were high. Like I think we can all agree, yeah, that fantasy numbers this year are really low compared to last year. Like last year, Larry, you were getting like 1,000 points in a week. Like pretty almost like at one point you were getting it every single week, right? The block numbers are really, really low. Oh dang, Brighton just scored against Chelsea. Get it? But you guys get what I'm trying to say. So it's like it's really hard for me to truly analyze these weekly stats, because I just feel like, for example, my team, I had 10 blocks. Like how do I go from a team that's getting close to 60 blocks to 10 blocks? Like that's insane, my guys. That's absolutely insane. So I feel like Larry's team is good, right? But I need everyone's team to get healthy, everyone to get off the COVID. Basically, I think once February hits and the COVID wave slows down and everyone's teams are back running, I feel like the numbers will be true again. I feel like this is Charlie's last week of being in the top three for a very long time, because KD is injured. I want to take a look at Charlie's team. KD is injured, right? And Charlie, and then I was listening to, Chris was watching Nick Wright, and he was talking about how much games Kyrie Irving can play, and he can basically only play like 3 or 4 games. He can't play a lot of games, like at all. So it's like Charlie holding Kyrie was not beneficial, because he's not gonna play more than 10 games, right? He's not gonna play more than 10 games. KD's out for 4 to 5 weeks. That's 5 matchups essentially. 5 matchups without arguably your best player this season in fantasy. 5 matchup. He still has Zion and he's wasted an IR spot. Charlie can't afford to waste an IR spot no more. He can't, right? Kyrie's not gonna play him much. Aaron Gordon is rubbish in fantasy. He's rubbish. He's rubbish. Like, yeah, he's been playing so and so, but he's not good. Like, look at his defensive numbers. They're nonsense. And this right here is like, okay, all right. But you know what I mean? I don't think it's good enough. Like, Klay Thompson is back, but Klay Thompson doesn't scare me. Like, these numbers are they're good for someone that just come up from Achilles, and I'm thinking he's on minutes restriction because it's 2020. Like he's probably on a minutes restriction, but those are not like numbers that people care about. That are like, oh my days, Zach Levine is out. You know what I mean? He done his knee. Examining was after he moved from Challenge loss. He'll be unavailable Saturday's game. Falls on especially to miss significant time, right? So he's gonna be out. They don't know how. They haven't told us how long he's out. But you've kept Zion, right? So now you can't put Zach Levine on the IR and pick up someone else. And there's good people you can pick up. Like you can pick up really good people, but cause you're not using your IR spot correctly, now you can't pick up anyone. So you're shooting yourself in the foot. And then his backup cast, I just don't think is good enough. Ivaka Zubak, he's not a good center. Like 2 point, like he's just not a good center. Anthony Edwards he's really good. Cade Cunningham, he's alright, but he doesn't scare anyone, and he's not really defensive at all, right? Jalen Brunson he's good, right? He's really good. He's a really good. He's one of his best bench players. Kyle Kuzma's been playing out of his mind, and then you have Giannis Antetokounmpo and Tobias and Shea. He's better. So it's like his team is still it's okay, but without like with KD his team is strong. Without KD his team is okay. And I don't think without KD, I don't think he can beat Daniel. I don't think he can beat Matthew. I don't think he can beat Larry. There's no way he beats David, right? Like I'm not even trying to be rude, but there's just no way. There's no way he beats Chris. With Cornelius's team, if Cornelius puts these players on, even though Charlie beat him last week, but Charlie beat him I think he beat him last week because he had his players. You know what I mean? But now I don't think Charlie can beat Cornelius, right? So here it is. I played Rico, and my team did superb. I didn't have much people play for the matchup. Sometimes that's how it goes. You know what I mean? My team done superb. Like Evan Mobley he's a great guy. Because he gets the see. The thing about my conflict with Evan Mobley is like he's one of those powerful that centers that gets you the high assist numbers. Like 15 assists in a week for a center is really high, right? Um, OG. This is why I picked him up right here. This is why I picked him up. That's literally why I picked him up. I need more 3 pointers, right? So now my team I got OG and Donovan like got me 10 3 pointers in a week. LaMelo got me 7. So now I'm becoming more competitive in that category that I feel like I lacked. I still have zeros, right? Which I don't like, and I want to fix that. I'm gonna try and find a way to fix that. Cause I feel like the 3 pointer category is like it's important for me. I don't care about points, but the 3 pointer category I feel like it's game changing. Like game changing, right? And then here's Rico's team. This guy, Robert Williams, is a G. Larry stole him, and it's like, it sucks, but that's how this is fantasy, my guys. And then this matchup right here, I think Larry's on a win streak, but Larry completely dominated. He dominated. And I feel like that's why Glory made the trade. Because it's like, he got dominated. And this is why I feel like the DeRozan is gonna help. Okay, where's Jared Allen? Right? So 5, DeRozan is gonna give you a higher free throw percentage, definitely. This I don't know about. DeRozan is gonna give you more 3 pointers, right? A lot more assists than this. The steals and blocks will look identical. He's gonna lose these double doubles, but he's gonna get more points. You know what I mean? And I feel like for Glory's team, then this number is gonna be closer. This free throw percentage wouldn't be this bad. You guys get what I'm trying to say? And this assist numbers will go up slightly, right? But where's his LeBron? LeBron had an okay week. And that's a problem. Like that's a problem with Glory's team. When LeBron's playing like he's in Space Jam, his team is basically almost like one of the teams that you don't want to play against when LeBron is having a crazy week, right? And I feel like with LeBron's crazy week, with DeMar DeRozan's efficiency, I feel like Glory is gonna be scary. right? But look at these rebounds he's lost, 53 rebounds. But here's another thing with centers, right? I had Richard Holmes, guys, and he was doing basically roughly the same thing Garrett Allen was doing. Then he started getting injured a lot. I lost faith in him. I sold him, right? I now picked up this guy, right? I traded Omar for um Richard Holmes. Omar had a quiet week, right? But when he's really good, he gets me those 40 rebounds. Know what I mean? So for Glory, it's like, bro, don't the Jared Allen don't matter, bro. Find someone on the waiver list that can get you 30, 40 rebounds. There's a lot of guys that can. Like, if there's point guards getting you 17, there's obviously big men out there that can get you those high rebounds. You know what I'm trying to say? So I feel like the trade worked well. The trade worked well. And I want to see it in action. You know what I mean? London Top Boys versus Van City Thoughts, right? Charlie won. And, like, this is what I'm trying to say. Charlie won, and where's KD? Look at what KD done. 15 and 15, 5 steals, 2 blocks, a double double, and 6 3-pointers, right? That's what KD has done, right? Tobias Harris is a G, right? But KD's done that. Then you add this from Zach LaVine. Now those two things are going to be gone for a while, right? And that's why he was so dominant. But now those two things are going to be done for a while, and it's like he's losing a lot. Like 5 steals and 2 blocks is a lot. He's losing a lot. And it's like he's not making up for what he's losing because of the team management, in my opinion. Like, you're not making up what you're losing, and you're losing a lot, so it's like your efficiency's going down. And that's the thing, like, even if you're running a business, if you lose one of your best guys, you want to be able to still be efficient. You may not be putting out the best work as you can, but as long as your business still remains efficient, that's the key. And I feel like Charlie's automobile is losing its efficiency because of his team management, right? And I feel like this is a bad timing because Glory just made a big trade, right? And it's like, can Charlie's team hold up till KD comes back? That's the question. Can his team hold up, right? So here is Daniel's team, right? So here is Daniel's team. 5-4-1, 4-5-1, right? This matchup was David. So sorry, David. So sorry. Because this missed the understanding. But um I expected Matthew to win because these two made a big trade. And I feel like David lost the trade. But yo, David, prove me wrong, my guy. Prove me wrong. It's just my opinion. You know what I mean? Prove me wrong, right? So it's like before Embiid left, he gave David a a lovely game, 31-8. Before he left, he done that, right? Let me show the other guys too. The four look, bro. The Aaron Fox didn't play the 4 week for David's team, but look what he done. Yeah. Then wait, where is he inside Matthew's team? Then he done this nonsense for Matthew's team. So imagine if you add the 70, then add all the other things. Aaron Fox went crazy this week, my guys. Like, he had a monster week, bro. Because he did like 20 and 20 minimum over here. And he got you 3 3-pointers and a couple more steals. Then look at Bobby Portis, bro. This guy, 5 3-pointers, 18. That's when he was on David's team. Then when he went to Matthew's team, right? Look what he done, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, and I'm not even talking about Karl Anthony Towns yet. Isaiah Stewart. This is what Isaiah Stewart does. That's what he does. That's what he does, right? But it's like, oh, David received. Oh, that's Matthew's team. Never mind. Oh, what am I doing? Wait. Oh, dang. Oh, my days. I'm doing it the reverse, right? But still, so this is David's team. Look what Embiid done for David. Yeah, disgusting. Then add that with the 31, 8, and 6 he done for Matthew. That's crazy. That's absolutely mad. But look, Fox did this, right? It's the same logic, what I'm saying, right? And then add it to what he's done for Matthew. It's the same logic. Like, Fox had a crazy week, my guys. But like, look at Matthew's team now. He's got Fox having that crazy week. He's got Bobby Portis, a big man that shoots threes, get a couple assists, gets nice rebounds, gets blocks, and gets double doubles. Right? Then he got Kyle Anthony Towns, 51, 20, 3, 4. Like, then add it with what he done for Davis' team. Like, come on. And you're telling me that Matthew didn't win this trade? Like, yeah, you gave up Embiid, right? But it's like 0 3 pointers, right? And he made three. Carl Anthony Towns made one, and then he made four. Like, you're telling me that Matthew didn't win this trade just based off what Fox put it done inside the week. And then Marcus Smart is still injured, but you're telling me just based off of that stuff, what Bobby Portis done in this week, right? What Bobby Portis did in the week, yeah, it's not. It's basically close to what Embiid done in the week, my guys. It's very, very close to what Embiid done in the week, right? Embiid got him in the double doubles and stuff, but Bobby Portis and Embiid had identical categories in the week. Now just add Aaron Fox. Those two players, yeah. We're not talking about the big names that were traded. Those two players done what Embiid done. Then you now add Cal Anthony Towns on top of it. Matthew won that trade significantly. Bradley Beal is not as good as the Aaron Fox. I'm gonna say it. I will pick the Aaron Fox over Bradley Beal 10 times out of 10 because I know the Aaron Fox is not gonna get injured and he's gonna play at least 75 games in 82. Bradley Beal, he's gonna play about 60. That's it. I feel like Matthew won the trade. Like just looking at it like that. Just looking at it like that. Because when you have that much players impacting that much stats across the categories, like come on my guys. And then here was the last matchup, like Daniel versus Chris. Chris had that one off game. Like he had to lose this game. Like there's nothing he could have done about it. Like he found out that Lillard was gone for the year. Paul George is gonna miss a lot of time. So there's not really much to talk about in this matchup, apart from if we focus on Daniel's team, right? Brogdon played a little bit, then he's out, right? And it's like Daniel's team's looking more and more complete. Chris Middleton is finally coming into his own. 7 steals in a week, that's crazy, right? And I feel like 30 and 20, that's disgusting. 30 and 11, that's crazy. 26 and 22, this is what I'm talking about right here. This is what he's gonna give Glory, and then a 79. He didn't get any threes, but look at this, 0.893, and a lower field goal percentage. But look at this, he's gonna give Glory this and this and this, right? And then these are identical, but he even got a double double. You know what I mean? So it's like this is a lot of assists in a week, my guys. And then now Zach LaVine is out. DeMar DeRozan's gonna get more and more of the ball. You know what I mean? And it's like that's what I'm saying. It's like you can't really say Glory fully lost because it's like what he can pick up Hal Horford for a week and Hal Horford can go crazy and then drop him. Type of energy. You guys know what I'm trying to say? So it's like that's what it is, and it's like I just feel like with the trades, I feel like it's really hard to weigh trades. One on one one for one is really hard to measure. But when you have like 5 for 2 or 3 for 2, the person that usually gets 3 players usually always wins. When you get those really, really, really big number of trades, it's usually the person that gets the most players that win. Call it the compounding. So this week is David versus Rico. David will win, right? And David's not gonna play all of his players, so I can't really analyze his team because I know David's not gonna put on his players throughout the whole thing. I'm playing against Glory, but I wanna see look, his assist numbers already are like he's already doing good in assists, he's already doing good inside the steals. Look, and he's even got 3 double doubles already, right? Yes, Jarrett Allen played yesterday, so you can say 2, right? But I'm not trying to say his team is already like you can see what it's doing already. The free throw percentage is nice. You know what I mean? This is awful for both teams. But look, this already It's already competitive. You know what I'm trying to say? And then the points as well. He's really got more points as well. You know what I mean? And this is without DeRozan playing for his team yet. That's another thing I want to highlight. That's without DeRozan playing for his team yet. So I feel like the trade is gonna work out. He's not gonna beat me this week, right? But the trade should work out in his favor. I feel like this matchup is over, and it's shocking. It's shocking for me personally how this matchup can be over this quick, this drastically. Like, it's shocking. I don't really understand why it's over yet, but it's done. And I feel like maybe it's a schedule, but I don't know. It's weird. I don't understand it, but the matchup is done. Like, it's how they have the same, but this matchup is done because okay, it's like Caliph. I mean, it's not done, but it's done because I think they both had four. Did they have four roasters yesterday? That's important to see. Yeah, so they both pretty much had four roasters yesterday, right? And Chris done that. And I'm telling you guys this, yeah, when you're in a matchup and you both have pretty much four roasters, if one person significantly has the edge over another, the matchup is done. Because he's not catching up in blocks, right? The points, yeah. The assist, the rebounds, and it's like I don't know. The steals, it's like this free forward, I don't know. Like I feel like the matchup could be done, bro. But Matthew could come back because he got more players playing today. But I don't see it. But then Daniel's beating Charlie. That's I know this matchup is over. He's not catching up in rebounds or this. Um, the assist, Charlie probably gonna win, but he's not. Daniel's won this matchup. It's just that simple and that straightforward because it's just like Klay Thompson, like he's not gonna do anything impactful. That's gonna impact the categories. Cade Cunningham, I don't care about that guy. Edwards could go crazy, but I don't see how Daniel loses this matchup. I feel like it's over. And then this matchup here, Cornelius left Jonas Valanciunas on the bench yesterday, right? And he's winning this matchup. I believe, I think Jeremy Grant is injured. I believe Cornelius can win this matchup purely based off the fact is Steph Curry playing? Steph Curry is healthy. Just because of this guy right here, Steph Curry and D'Angelo Russell can. I feel like Cornelius wins this matchup, and it's gonna be weird. But these two right here is basically like having an empty spot. They're not gonna do anything impactful. RJ Barrett may have a game, but he's inconsistent. So it's like, yeah, and Sadiq Bey is playing. I feel like Cornelius wins this matchup. I feel like Cornelius should win this matchup. He should have two double doubles, but he left Jonas on the bench. I think he should have a block, but he left Jonas on the bench, right? And he should have more rebounds, but he left Jonas on the bench, right? So it's like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, he left him on the bench, but yet he's still winning. And I feel like I pray Cornelius beats Larry, man. I want to look at the standings now because I want to show you guys what's gonna happen in the upcoming weeks. This is what's gonna happen. Charlie's gonna go down about here, right? Because I feel like he's gonna lose this week. Matthew's gonna lose, so this is gonna stay the same. If Cornelius wins, the gap is closed down, right? And what's gonna happen is this, right? Daniel's gonna win, so he's gonna go 7-7. If Larry loses, he's 7-7 also, right? Chris is gonna win. That makes him 10-4. I'm gonna win 11-3. David is gonna win, right? What's gonna happen is that instead of these two being bottom two, potentially it's gonna be my prediction is gonna be Charlie. It's no wait. My prediction is gonna be Charlie and Glory fighting for the last playoff spot, while everyone here apart from Rico makes the playoffs, right? Because dang, why am I still this far behind, bro? But Yeah, you see Daniel's team, he's coming, bro. This guy's coming. I am fantasy is coming. You know what I'm trying to say, but it's still a long way to go, my guy. Like it's still a long way to go, but he's coming, right? But I just feel like that's how the standings are gonna be. I feel like Charlie and Glory are gonna be fighting for the last playoff spot. I feel like everyone here is gonna make playoffs comfortably because our teams are too strong. And I just feel like, wait, let's see the power rankings. We need to see the power rankings, right? So the power rankings, right? Jokic is just stupid, man. Jokic is stupid. 48 rebounds and 42 assists, right? Malik the Silva, I don't think that's his last name, right? But Malik deserves Gaffer of the Week, right? I think Malik and Matthew, because they're one. Even though they're two people, they're still one, right? And I feel like, bro, it's like this is why I feel like having two people is cheating because the trade with David, after like I've shown you guys what Bobby Portis has done, what Aaron Fox has done. Now you guys can see how good that trade was. So it's like I feel like because of that trade alone, they win because even though they lost the matchup, they're gonna win in the long run. So it's like you know in boxing when you have to eat a punch to land a more powerful punch. That's what they done, right? This is for the bottom three right now, right? If Matthew loses and Cunha wins, he could drop to bottom three, right? I am fantasy and Larry that they're coming, right? Larry made a beautiful trade. Even though I wanted the player, I have to give him his props. He got Robert Williams, and Robert Williams, what he's gonna do for his team, whew, he's gonna increase his blocks, his double doubles, and his rebounding. And like Larry's team could 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 like what's going on right now is this in fantasy. Charlie's gonna drop because of KD. Because of KD and Zach LaVine, Charlie's gonna drop, right? So Matthew, Daniel, and Larry are gonna fight for this top four. Like it's a fight, right? Matthew is gonna go to six, and Charlie's gonna go. Charlie and Cornelius might switch, right? That's in the coming weeks. Who's gonna get the fourth seed? I'm not sure. Daniel's still gonna make moves. That's one thing we know. We don't know if Larry's gonna make moves. You know what I mean? And the moves Daniel makes could make him top four, if that makes sense. We don't know if Larry has the capacity to beat Cornelius' team. And I feel like this week for Larry is the most important week. It's the most important week. If he beats Cornelius, he's telling us that, yo, guys, I'm back, my guys. I'm back. If he loses, he's telling us that what we already knew. You know what I mean? That his team can beat all the other people, but when it comes down to the real stuff, he can't win. Because with Cornelius' team, this standing doesn't actually tell you how good his team is. I'm gonna tell you guys that. When Cornelius' team wants to ball out, these guys, his team competes with the best when they're healthy. You know what I mean? When they are healthy, when he has Steph Curry playing out of his mind, right? In the top three right here, it's like this, yeah. Chris has Bam Adebayo back. And what that does is that his assist numbers go up, his rebounders go up, right? His blocks go up, his double doubles go up, his points go up. Like Chris's team, yeah. I want to say this. I've been raving about Daniel's team management a lot, but I have to give props to Chris. He's been hit with injuries. Like best players are injured, and he's still top three. And it's like he's top three unshakably, meaning that if he loses 3 games in a row, he is still top three. And you gotta give my man accolades for that. Because that's impressive, right? With David, I wanna highlight David, right? The only reason why David is not number one seed is because of stat corrections, right? But I feel like with David, I need to keep an eye on his team. He's gonna win this week, right? But I wanna see next week who he plays next week. I wanna see that. I wanna see next week's matchups. Let's go and see that. I feel like next week is important for David. It's gonna help tell us something and help tell him something about his trade. I want David to prove me wrong, actually, right? So okay, so this next. Oh dang, I play Cornelius next week. That's gonna be a tough one, right? David versus Larry. Amen. This is the matchup that we all need, right? Why do we need this? If Larry wins or loses this week, okay, he's meant to beat Cornelius based off the power rankings. If he loses, wow. Him playing David, right? He's playing against the best record inside the power rank, inside the fantasy, right? If David loses this matchup, we know what the trade has done to his team. If he wins, we know what the trade has done to his team. This matchup is gonna tell us everything. It's gonna tell us whether Larry's team is actually a top four team. It's gonna tell us whether David's team got weaker because David beat Larry last time, I believe, right? Charlie versus Chris is also important. You know what I mean? It's gonna tell us, yo, if Charlie loses this week and then he loses again next week, it means that his team has significantly got weaker and he needs to make moves. The low key derby also is gonna be beautiful because they just had a big trade and it's gonna tell us who won the trade. You know what I'm trying to say? And I feel like these matchups are gonna come down to fitness, right? Meaning that which teams are actually healthy and team management. Like there's the injuries are one thing, but team management I think is above injuries. Chris has shown us that. David shown us that. I in some ways have shown us that because the top three guys have had injuries to our best players, right? So next week for fantasy is a big week. This week is also a big week as well, but this week the outcomes are already like, oh, you should win. Oh, you should win. You should win. But next week is like, yo, I don't know who's gonna win. You should win, but I don't know if your team can win anymore. So for me, I picked Matthew to beat Rico. I picked Chris to beat Charlie. With this matchup here, it's like I'm gonna pick Daniel because Daniel's gonna make acquisitions. I don't think Glory's gonna make acquisitions, but I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. You know what I mean? I pick me to beat Cornelius. I think my team is strong. I think they're healthy, and I don't want to play against his team, but I feel like this time I have the pieces to weather the Curry storm. Cause I know whenever I play Cornelius, his team take the steroids, right? Larry versus David. I pick Larry to beat David because of Jokic. Larry beats David because of Jokic. Jokic does what Embiid does more efficiently, higher numbers, and across the board. I beat Larry to beat and then plus Robert Williams. I pick Larry to beat Jokic, to beat David. And if Larry beats David, what that's gonna do is that Chris and David are gonna have the similar record, and that means that number two seed is up in the air, right? It's up in the air, and I play David the next week, right? That's what I'm saying. These matchups are very important. Like these next two matchups are important because I play David the next week. So he loses to Larry, then he plays me. That means that hypothetically speaking, he's not gonna beat me if he loses to Larry. But if he beats Larry, that means that this next matchup between me and David is the true matchup for who is actually the number one seed in fantasy this year, right? And I feel like Larry and David's matchup. I know David. He's probably at home right now preparing for this matchup, and I know that matchup is gonna be a war. It's gonna be a war. I give Larry the edge because of Jokic, right? And then David's gonna meet me, and it's like I don't know if he's got the guys to beat my team. His team is strong, but I'm trying to make some moves, and I don't know if he's got the guys to beat my team. But I feel like for me analyzing David's team is this next week. But that's what I'm saying. This fantasy is gonna get really hot really quick, because Glory as well is playing me, me, Daniel, and Chris. What's going on right now? Yeah, is that the West is getting ready to sell East again. We're already sailing east. And we're gonna this last time I said the West was gonna conquer the East. This time we are actually going to conquer them. We are actually going to conquer every single one of them. Because look, I'm beating Glory. Daniel's gonna beat Charlie. Chris is gonna beat Matthew. Larry, we don't know. Rico's gonna lose. The next week it's like the West is going east, and let's go, my guys. But yo, that's all for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. But it's King Colin Walker. You know how we do, baby.